Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm a librarian, youth librarian. It says that in the thing. But even though I am the librarian, this dude here is the
Reader.
What's that word? V word.
Voracious.
Voracious reader. He's also like being married to an encyclopedia. So if I forget anything, I just ask him and he tells me. I listen to the radio at night when I'm running around doing errands or whatever, and it's the John Tesh radio show.
I've heard it.
I can't remember what it's called. Bits for Living or something.
Intelligence for your life.
Intelligence. See, he knows everything. Anyway, last night, guess what he said?
What?
He had this report that get the cat. The cat's gonna be.
That's Tom.
That's Tom. Tom was in another video too. He had a report. He said it was some psychologist or something that said one of the best things that a couple can do is read their partner's favorite book. No, it's true.
Okay.
And we've been married now for 21 years. And when we first got married,
I recommended some books.
He wanted me to read some books. The Bridge of Birds by
Barry Hewitt
and David Brenn's Startide Rising. I read them both. I hated them both. No. But it said, now John Tesh said in this report that you learn a lot about the way your partner thinks and feels, that this is their favorite book. You know, it's like a novelization of their personality kind of thing and what they like or whatever.
I can see that, yeah.
And the big thing that I didn't like about Startide Rising is I just do not like animals that talk in adult books. Picture book, that's fine. And this had, here, I brought the books out. There we go. Talking dolphins.
and chimps.
And that's not, I don't remember the chimps.
They were chimps.
It was a long time ago.
One chimp.
But I don't like the dolphins. And Bridge of Birds was just...
It's kind of a fantasy adventure story based on some... How do I put it? It's
I don't know.
Fantasy
I
adventure.
hit this.
Fantasy adventure based on some folktales of China.
It is a freaking long journey with a lot of weird stuff that happens.
Yes.
And the only thing I remember is some pile of jewels or something. I don't know.
There were a lot of jewels in it.
Some pile of jewels. And I just remember there was this,
and...
it was a journey that you're supposed to learn things on. All right, 21 years ago, I didn't really want to go on long journeys. But now, why is that your favorite book, though?
For that one was recommended to me by a friend. And she said it was, it's based on Chinese mythology and it's fascinating and it's interesting. And it sounded like the most boring thing I'd ever heard.
Uh-oh.
I did not want to read it.
The
dogs don't want to read it.
Uh-oh. Someone's here. Darn it.
I think they're just driving past. She should be back in a second. Oh, no, somebody is here. It's Joe, our son. He's never read Bridge of Birds either. But he's
okay,
not, so you
I'm back.
Anyway, one Saturday afternoon, I had nothing else to read, so I picked up this book. And what she hadn't told me was it was one of the funniest books I've ever read. It was absolutely hilarious to me.
I don't remember any humor.
And the end of it, I love a happy ending. I am a mess with a happy ending because I don't cry at sad endings. You know, Marley and me don't care. But this one had happy endings. And not only did it have happy endings, it had happy endings for every single person you met during the course of the book. And you got to read them one after the other. And I have learned I cannot read this book in public because I will be a blubbering
You're going to
mess.
start crying, talking about it.
I'll be sitting there and I'll be like sobbing on the bus with these happy endings. Just quickly.
All right.
I loaned it to Cassie's brother-in-law to read when he was on vacation. And he's I don't know, would you call him a hard case?
I'm trying to think of who my brother-in-law is. Oh, that's my
Sorry,
brother.
your brother, my brother-in-law.
Okay, yes, he's a hard case. Yeah.
Yeah, and he called me from a beach in Miami, cursing me and calling me names because he said, I got to the end of the book and I started reading all the happy endings, and here I am sitting on a beach in Miami, sobbing my heart out with everybody staring at me. He said, you could have warned me. It's a beautiful book.
I was just glad it ended.
Yeah.
And then in Star Tide Rising, I do like space adventures. I do like science fiction.
And this is
So, I
definitely
really do not like talking animals or whatever. It's very distracting. Now, my point of this though is now we've been married happily for 21 years, and we actually met on the internet. We've talked about all kinds of things and shared all sorts of things, and I wanted him to read my favorite book. This is my favorite book, Knight in Shining Armor by Jude Devereaux. 21 years we have been married. I have read 2 of his favorite books.
I don't remember ever even mentioning this one.
Oh, huh.
Oh, really?
Have you read this yet?
No.
Are you going to read it now?
But right now?
Not right
That
this
would be very
second.
boring.
He could finish it though, probably in a day. Look, I paid $1 for that copy.
Yeah, that's a day book.
You could read it in a day, and it would tell you so much about me.
Okay.
Because it's still, I mean, I have a lot of favorite books, but this is still, it just touches my heart. This Knight in Shining.
Fine, I'll give you.
You're my Knight in Shining Armor, honey.
I will give you Forever Amber by Kathleen Winsor.
I've already read 2. You owe me 2 books.
I'll read A Wrinkle in Time too.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Everyone has to read. That was my other favorite book, A Wrinkle in Time. But this is the one I asked him to read.
So a classic.
A Knight in Shining Armor. If you want to know about me, read this.
I couldn't find it in Australia.
If you don't mind talking dolphins and stuff, read this one. And Star Tide Rising, if you like science fiction. There goes Joe. Joe, do you have a favorite book?
Well, I learned this from my librarian today that I found out the Iron Giant is a book too.
It is a book too.
So yeah, that's gonna be my favorite book.
That's gonna be. He loves the Iron Giant.
Who doesn't?
All right, so that's your little tidbit. If you want to get to know your partner better, read their favorite book.
Yes.
He's gonna read it now. Okay.
Well, not right now. But